Hey, what's going on with y'all? You know who it is. Zeus Cruz of Olympian Multimedia. Give you another segment of Get Things Done. In this particular segment, we're going to talk about photography, specifically a certain aspect of photography. Because if you know anything about photography, you will know there's different elements and different components when it comes to photography, depending on what you're trying to look for. You can take different nature shots, portrait shots, still shots, motion capture shots, and so forth. In this particular segment, we're going to concentrate more on miniature photography. Miniature photography, what's that? That's literally taking life-size things, encapsulating them into different sceneries and different situations, you know what I mean? And then kind of condensing the size of it, the density of the picture to make it more lifelike. So if you look right here, this is your basic components to maybe starting your project when it comes to miniature photography. As you can see here, we have different types of backdrops that you can use, which is very important to setting the landscape of your photo shot. As you can see here, we got different backdrops that incorporate different things. The amazing thing about this, though, you can use something as simple as cardstock to actually convey what you're trying to do. And obviously, you can cut these into different geometrical shapes or sizes, whatever you choose fit, as far as like the scope of your picture. But as you can see here, these are pretty nice backdrops that incorporate different types of textures and designs, different types of coloring, depending if you're looking for more of a matte or a glossy look. Pretty much encompasses everything that you see here, which is awesome. And like I said, the best way of doing it is you could get some vinyl backdrops, but the beautiful thing, like I said, you can just use cardstock, which is pretty inexpensive tool to use. Also, as you see here, we have different types of props, makeshift props that you can use to create. If you're using certain things to be like a model for your shot within your portrait, you can set these up certain types of ways to create, again, some kind of geometrical type structure to just give a little bit more oomph, a little bit more shine, a little bit more emphasis if you're being real particular as far as what you're trying to take a shot of. They're also great for architecture as well if you're just trying to build some type of structure within your shot as well. And they definitely come in all different types of sizes. These are just a few examples. The great thing too is to be as creative as possible. You don't have to always depend on actually buying something. The beautiful thing about art is about creating. You know what I mean? And I think the more creative you are, the more it'll come out in your photo, in your photography. As you can see here, this is a certain project that we're going to be using, kind of making like a Lord of the Rings Skyrim type. But as you can see here, we went ahead and made a castle, colored it, designed it the way we wanted to see fit. As you can see here, we got a beautiful gazebo as well to also do some photography with that. But make it your own. You don't have to so much depend on designs of others and other structures and other type of materials that you can buy at the store or online. You literally can just get your basic things and create something that's your own. Give it your signature, basically. Obviously, you need some tools as well, as we got here. This is just an example to show a great set to use if you're just going to go ahead and put the details into your structures. Obviously, you want to have color. Obviously, you wanted to make it more vivid and bring it more to life. Obviously, color does that. So obviously you need tools to color it. Lighting is so much more important as well. If you're trying to create a certain mood to your project, they have different types of lights that you can use, where miniature lighting, or if you want to use something a little bit more broader, these more bigger lights are good from a distance if you're trying to put just a light shine to your photography. You also have these as well, which again, very inexpensive. And as I don't know if you can see, but it gives that effect. And again, this just adds some more complexity to your photos. You can also use different types of coloring as well. Again, brings more emphasis, to your photography. So you definitely want to incorporate and utilize lights as best as you can. Obviously, you don't want to overdo it as well. Put too much shine, too much tint to your picture. It definitely adds glare and might take away from the overall scope of your photography. You also might want to use other elements and props as well, as you see here. Again, all these things are very inexpensive. You'd be surprised what you can find at your local dollar store. Definitely some things in there that you can incorporate, you know what I mean, that adds a little bit more flair to your photography, especially if you're trying to create that range as far as size and density within your photography. Another good thing too is the utilization of mirrors. They definitely create a nice spectrum, a prism of colors. If you're able to bounce your lights off of here properly, obviously you're going to have to edit using different types of settings and formatting on the camera that you're using, but definitely this adds a layer of complexity to your photography. And the biggest thing yet too, check this out. I definitely recommend this for anyone, especially is trying to get into miniature photography. This is called the Shopbox, and it's pretty much very simple in design and how to use it. As you see here, as I turn this on, you can actually control the temperament of the lighting that's inside here. We're actually working on the project right now. As you see here, this gives you a quick example of what miniature photography is. As you can see here, everything is just condensed and its smallest form. It's giving you a quick outline of what basically a living room setting would look like. Obviously, we're going to be adding more components to it. We're just giving you a quick example to kind of give you basically a template if you are deciding to do something in the realm of miniature photography. This will be something you would look for. Obviously, we have the solid color backdrop, but again, using cardstock or using vinyl, obviously you get more elaborate in your backdrops. You see the different types of props that you're using on here. Obviously, spacing is very important so that you want to encapsulate everything that you want within your photo. As you can see here, the spacing is very well, and it looks like your traditional living room. Has the nice design and texture in the flooring, has the nice wall art, and you can definitely be as creative and as spontaneous as you want. And the Shopbox is perfect for doing it. It allows you to add other elements into it. Plus, like you said, you can control the amount of lighting, the amount of density in your lighting, depending on what type of shot you're trying to do. You also notice up here, great to use these type of models, face models, that allows you to incorporate different stuff as well, especially if you're doing it in the realm of outside of miniature photography. If you're looking to, do photos of different types of jewelry or things of that nature, different cosmetics that you could put on here as well. Great thing about it too is obviously you can draw on it, paint on it, design it the way you see fit. Definitely the ideas are plentiful. There's a plethora of different things that you do with models as these. They also have full-size models that will actually fit inside here as well. Maybe you're looking for something full body, excuse me, and not just facial. They have that as well. And again, everything I'm showing here, very inexpensive. You could find, I say in the range of like $30 to $50. You could pretty much get all these materials, all these different components, and come together and make a very creative and very abstract miniature photography project. So that's the gist of it. I just wanted to give you fellow photographers out there or people who are looking to become photographers, just some food for thought on your next project. There's so many different things you could do in the realm of photography, and this is definitely one that you could do here. Miniature photography, bringing little things to life in a big way. So that's about it. You know who this is. This is Zeus Cruz of Olympian Multimedia, giving you another segment of Get Things Done. So for you photographers out there, get things done. Check you later.